¿Me lo diste?
Did you give it to me?
¿Te lo trajeron?
Did they bring it to you?
¿Le llamaste ya?
Did you call him yet?
¿Nos viste ayer?
Did you see us yesterday?
¿Te lo dieron?
Did they give it to you?
¿Me ayudas tú?
Will you help me?
¿Le hablaste ya?
Did you talk to him?
¿Nos invitaron ellos?
Did they invite us?
¿Te lo dijiste?
Did you tell it to yourself?
¿Me lo das?
Will you give it to me?
¿Le diste algo?
Did you give him something?
¿Nos lo prestas?
Will you lend it to us?
¿Te lo compré?
Did I buy it for you?
¿Me la trajiste?
Did you bring it to me?
¿Le diste eso?
Did you give that to him?
¿Nos ayudaste tú?
Did you help us?
¿Te lo pedí?
Did I ask you for it?
¿Me lo envías?
Will you send it to me?
¿Le compraste eso?
Did you buy that for him?
¿Nos llamas luego?
Will you call us later?
¿Te lo comiste?
Did you eat it?
¿Me ves tú?
Do you see me?
¿Le diste el libro?
Did you give him the book?
¿Nos hablas tú?
Will you talk to us?
¿Te lo mandé?
Did I send it to you?
¿Me lo prestas?
Will you lend it to me?
¿Le diste el dinero?
Did you give him the money?
¿Nos diste todo?
Did you give us everything?
¿Te lo devuelvo?
Shall I return it to you?
¿Le enviaste eso?
Did you send that to him?
¿Nos oyes tú?
Do you hear us?
¿Te lo dijimos?
Did we tell you?
¿Me lo cuentas?
Will you tell me about it?
¿Le prestaste el coche?
Did you lend him the car?
¿Nos diste eso?
Did you give us that?
¿Te lo pagaron?
Did they pay it to you?
¿Le prestaste dinero?
Did you lend him money?
¿Nos escuchas tú?
Do you listen to us?
¿Te lo dijeron?
Did they tell it to you?
¿Me la muestras?
Will you show it to me?
¿Le diste las llaves?
Did you give him the keys?
¿Nos ayudas mañana?
Will you help us tomorrow?
¿Te lo pasaron?
Did they pass it to you?
¿Me lo haces?
Will you do it for me?
¿Le dijiste eso?
Did you tell him that?
¿Nos prestas algo?
Will you lend us something?
¿Le contaste ya?
Did you tell him already?
¿Nos cuentas algo?
Will you tell us something?
¿Me ves bien?
Do you see me well?
¿Le pasaste algo?
Did you pass something to him?
¿Nos dieron todo?
Did they give us everything?
¿Te lo conté?
Did I tell you?
¿Le prestas tu libro?
Will you lend him your book?
¿Nos envías algo?
Will you send us something?
¿Te lo contó?
Did he tell it to you?
¿Me das tú?
Will you give me something?
¿Nos traes algo?
Will you bring us something?
¿Te lo traigo?
Shall I bring it to you?
¿Me lo tienes?
Do you have it for me?
¿Le diste dinero?
Did you give him money?
¿Nos ayudas hoy?
Will you help us today?
¿Te la pasas bien?
Are you having a good time?
¿Me la compras?
Will you buy it for me?
¿Nos das una señal?
Will you give us a signal?
¿Le diste el paquete?
Did you give him the package?
¿Nos prestaste dinero?
Did you lend us money?
¿Te lo hice?
Did I do it for you?
¿Le hablaste ayer?
Did you talk to him yesterday?
¿Nos lo dijiste?
Did you tell us that?
¿Te lo doy?
Shall I give it to you?
¿Nos lo explicas?
Will you explain it to us?
¿Te la llevaste?
Did you take it?
¿Me la pasas?
Will you pass it to me?
¿Le contaste todo?
Did you tell him everything?
¿Me das agua?
Will you give me water?
¿Nos das algo?
Will you give us something?
¿Me ves ya?
Can you see me now?
¿Le escribiste tú?
Did you write to him?
¿Nos traes agua?
Will you bring us water?
¿Te lo expliqué?
Did I explain it to you?
¿Me das eso?
Will you give me that?
¿Nos lo haces?
Will you do it for us?
Te lo di.
Did I give it to you?
¿Me lo pides?
Will you ask me for it?
¿Nos ves tú?
Do you see us?
¿Te la llevas?
Will you take it?
¿Me lo dices?
Will you tell me?
¿Le prestaste algo?
Did you lend him something?
¿Nos llamas hoy?
Will you call us today?
¿Te lo contaron?
Did they tell you about it?
¿Le trajiste eso?
Did you bring that to him?
¿Nos ayudas tú?
Will you help us?
¿Te lo pasé?
Did I pass it to you?
¿Le dijiste algo?
Did you tell him something?
¿Te lo envió?
Did he send it to you?
¿Nos prestas eso?
Will you lend us that?
¿Le diste un regalo?
Did you give him a gift?
¿Te lo pregunté?
Did I ask you about it?
¿Nos lo diste?
Did you give it to us?
¿Te lo di ayer?
Did I give it to you yesterday?
¿Le diste la carta?
Did you give him the letter?
¿Nos ayudas luego?
Will you help us later?
¿Te lo dijeron ellos?
Did they tell you?
¿Le trajiste el libro?
Did you bring the book to him?
¿Te lo dijeron ya?
Did they tell you already?
¿Me lo das ahora?
Will you give it to me now?
¿Nos prestas la llave?
Will you lend us the key?
¿Te lo mencioné?
Did I mention it to you?
¿Te lo devolvieron?
Did they return it to you?
¿Nos llamaste ayer?
Did you call us yesterday?
¿Te lo escribí?
Did I write it to you?
¿Me lo pides luego?
Will you ask me for it later?
¿Nos diste la carta?
Did you give us the letter?
¿Te lo envió ya?
Did he send it to you already?
¿Me la traes?
Will you bring it to me?
¿Le diste las flores?
Did you give him the flowers?
¿Nos ayudas con esto?
Will you help us with this?
¿Te lo presté ya?
Did I lend it to you already?
¿Le trajiste algo?
Did you bring something to him?
¿Te lo prometieron?
Did they promise it to you?
¿Le dijiste la verdad?
Did you tell him the truth?
¿Nos prestas tu coche?
Will you lend us your car?
¿Te lo pagaron ya?
Did they pay it to you already?
¿Me lo enseñas ahora?
Will you show it to me now?
¿Le diste tu número?
Did you give him your number?
¿Te lo envié ya?
Did I send it to you already?
¿Me lo das luego?
Will you give it to me later?
¿Nos ayudas ya?
Will you help us now?
¿Te lo dije ya?
Did I tell you already?
¿Me lo prestas ya?
Will you lend it to me now?
¿Le diste tu dirección?
Did you give him your address?
¿Nos lo explicas hoy?
Will you explain it to us today?
¿Te lo dieron hoy?
Did they give it to you today?
¿Me lo traes luego?
Will you bring it to me later?
¿Nos prestaste tu libro?
Did you lend us your book?
¿Nos lo pides luego?
Will you ask us for it later?
¿Te lo compraron ya?
Did they buy it for you already?
¿Me lo explicas luego?
Will you explain it to me later?
¿Le prestaste tu casa?
Did you lend him your house?
¿Nos diste eso hoy?
Did you give us that today?
¿Te lo dijeron hoy?
Did they tell you today?
¿Le diste tu coche?
Did you give him your car?
¿Te lo dieron todo?
Did they give you everything?
¿Me lo prestas mañana?
Will you lend it to me tomorrow?
¿Le prestaste tu dinero?
Did you lend him your money?
¿Me lo enseñas mañana?
Will you show it to me tomorrow?
¿Le mandaste la carta?
Did you send the letter to him?
¿Nos lo trajiste?
Did you bring it to us?
¿Te lo entregaron?
Did they deliver it to you?
¿Le mandaste algo?
Did you send something to him?
¿Nos llamaste hoy?
Did you call us today?
¿Te lo pidieron?
Did they ask you for it?
¿Le hablaste hoy?
Did you talk to him today?
¿Nos lo diste ya?
Did you give it to us already?
¿Te lo mostré?
Did I show it to you?
¿Me lo explicas?
Will you explain it to me?
¿Le diste la llave?
Did you give him the key?
¿Te lo vendieron?
Did they sell it to you?
¿Te lo presté?
Did I lend it to you?
¿Nos invitaron ya?
Did they invite us yet?
¿Me lo compraste?
Did you buy it for me?
¿Le prestaste tu coche?
Did you lend him your car?
¿Nos diste eso ya?
Did you give us that yet?
¿Me lo traes ahora?
Will you bring it to me now?
¿Le escribiste algo?
Did you write something to him?
¿Nos lo mencionaste?
Did you mention it to us?
¿Me lo prestas luego?
Will you lend it to me later?
¿Le diste el informe?
Did you give him the report?
¿Nos llamaste ya?
Did you call us already?
¿Me lo envías ya?
Will you send it to me now?
¿Le trajiste un regalo?
Did you bring him a gift?
¿Nos enviaste algo?
Did you send us something?
¿Te lo prestaron?
Did they lend it to you?
¿Me lo diste ya?
Did you give it to me already?
¿Le mandaste un mensaje?
Did you send him a message?
¿Nos ayudas pronto?
Will you help us soon?
¿Nos llamas mañana?
Will you call us tomorrow?
¿Me lo compraste ya?
Did you buy it for me already?
¿Nos diste algo?
Did you give us something?
¿Me la enseñaste?
Did you show it to me?
¿Nos trajiste algo?
Did you bring us something?
¿Nos lo prestaste?
Did you lend it to us?
¿Te lo di ya?
Did I give it to you already?
¿Nos ayudas con eso?
Will you help us with that?
¿Te lo mencioné ya?
Did I mention it to you already?
¿Me lo enviaste ya?
Did you send it to me already?
¿Te lo devolví?
Did I return it to you?
¿Me lo explicas ya?
Will you explain it to me now?
¿Te lo entregué?
Did I deliver it to you?
¿Me lo haces ahora?
Will you do it for me now?
¿Nos lo dijiste ya?
Did you tell it to us already?
¿Me lo compras hoy?
Will you buy it for me today?
¿Te lo conté todo?
Did I tell you everything?
¿Le mandaste el correo?
Did you send him the mail?
¿Nos diste el libro?
Did you give us the book?
¿Te lo devolvieron ya?
Did they return it to you already?
¿Le diste el coche?
Did you give him the car?
¿Me lo devuelves tú?
Will you return it to me?
¿Te lo traje ya?
Did I bring it to you already?
¿Te lo explicaron?
Did they explain it to you?
¿Te lo dieron ya?
Did they give it to you already?
¿Me lo enseñas luego?
Will you show it to me later?
¿Le escribiste ya?
Did you write to him already?
¿Nos ayudaste ayer?
Did you help us yesterday?
¿Te lo entregaron ya?
Did they deliver it to you already?
¿Me lo traes mañana?
Will you bring it to me tomorrow?
¿Nos prestas dinero?
Will you lend us money?
¿Te lo vendieron ya?
Did they sell it to you already?
¿Te lo pregunté ya?
Did I ask you already?
¿Me lo devuelves luego?
Will you return it to me later?
¿Nos lo pides?
Will you ask us for it?
¿Te lo prometieron ya?
Did they promise it to you already?
¿Le explicaste ya?
Did you explain to him already?
¿Nos diste algo ya?
Did you give us something already?
¿Le diste eso ya?
Did you give him that already?
¿Nos lo explicas ya?
Will you explain it to us now?
¿Te lo mostré ya?
Did I show it to you already?
¿Te lo entregué ya?
Did I deliver it to you already?
¿Nos lo compraste?
Did you buy it for us?
¿Te lo prestaron ya?
Did they lend it to you already?
¿Me lo devuelves mañana?
Will you return it to me tomorrow?
¿Me lo das mañana?
Will you give it to me tomorrow?
¿Te lo enviaron?
Did they send it to you?
¿Nos lo traes?
Will you bring it to us?
¿Te lo devolví ya?
Did I return it to you already?
¿Me lo compras ya?
Will you buy it for me now?
¿Me lo entregas ya?
Will you deliver it to me now?
¿Le diste el regalo?
Did you give him the gift?
¿Me lo mandas luego?
Will you send it to me later?
¿Nos dijiste todo?
Did you tell us everything?
¿Me lo devuelves pronto?
Will you return it to me soon?
¿Le explicaste eso?
Did you explain that to him?
¿Te lo enseñaron ya?
Did they show it to you already?
¿Te lo explicaron ya?
Did they explain it to you already?
¿Le prestaste eso?
Did you lend him that?
¿Nos prestas tu libro?
Will you lend us your book?
¿Le escribiste eso?
Did you write that to him?
¿Nos ayudaste ya?
Did you help us already?
¿Nos contaste ya?
Did you tell us already?
¿Te lo regalé?
Did I gift it to you?
¿Me lo entregas tú?
Will you deliver it to me?
¿Le dijiste eso ya?
Did you tell him that already?
¿Le trajiste el regalo?
Did you bring him the gift?
¿Nos trajiste el libro?
Did you bring us the book?
¿Te lo comentaron ya?
Did they mention it to you already?
¿Te lo dijimos ya?
Did we tell you already?
¿Nos das el libro?
Will you give us the book?
¿Nos lo entregaste ya?
Did you deliver it to us already?
¿Nos diste el paquete?
Did you give us the package?
¿Nos trajiste eso?
Did you bring us that?
¿Te lo escribí ya?
Did I write it to you already?
¿Te lo prometí?
Did I promise it to you?
¿Me lo devuelves ya?
Will you return it to me now?
¿Nos lo explicaste?
Did you explain it to us?
¿Te lo trajeron ya?
Did they bring it to you already?
¿Nos diste todo ya?
Did you give us everything already?
¿Me lo traes pronto?
Will you bring it to me soon?
¿Nos dijiste algo ya?
Did you tell us something already?
¿Te lo compré ya?
Did I buy it for you already?
¿Te lo mandaron ya?
Did they send it to you already?
¿Nos prestaste eso?
Did you lend us that?
¿Cómo te sientes?
How do you feel?
¿Me das el libro?
Will you give me the book?
¿Lo viste ayer?
Did you see it yesterday?
¿Me puedes prestar dinero?
Can you lend me money?
¿Le diste el mensaje?
Did you give him the message?
¿Nos viste en la fiesta?
Did you see us at the party?
¿Te compraron el regalo?
Did they buy the gift for you?
¿Te lo contaron todo?
Did they tell you everything?
¿Te devolvió el dinero?
Did he return the money to you?
¿Me trajiste la comida?
Did you bring me the food?
¿Nos invitaron a la boda?
Did they invite us to the wedding?
¿Te lo explicaron bien?
Did they explain it to you well?
¿Les enviaste el correo?
Did you send them the email?
¿Le escribiste una carta?
Did you write him a letter?
¿Me lo vas a dar ahora?
Are you going to give it to me now?
¿Nos lo vas a contar?
Are you going to tell us about it?
¿Te llamaron ya?
Did they call you yet?
¿Me traes un vaso de agua?
Will you bring me a glass of water?
¿Les mostraste las fotos?
Did you show them the photos?
¿Te dieron las llaves?
Did they give you the keys?
¿Nos viste anoche?
Did you see us last night?
¿Te lo han dicho?
Have they told you?
¿Me puedes ayudar?
Can you help me?
¿Te compraron algo?
Did they buy something for you?
¿Te lo expliqué bien?
Did I explain it well to you?
¿Les entregaste los papeles?
Did you hand them the papers?
¿Me trajiste el paquete?
Did you bring me the package?
¿Nos lo puedes explicar?
Can you explain it to us?
¿Te lo contó tu amigo?
Did your friend tell you about it?
¿Me envías el documento?
Will you send me the document?
¿Te regalaron algo?
Did they give you a gift?
¿Le has dicho algo a él?
Have you told him anything?
¿Nos mandaron la información?
Did they send us the information?
¿Te dieron el mensaje?
Did they give you the message?
¿Me compraste un regalo?
Did you buy me a gift?
¿Te prestaron el coche?
Did they lend you the car?
¿Le contaste el chisme?
Did you tell him the gossip?
¿Me llevas a la fiesta?
Will you take me to the party?
¿Te pagaron ya?
Did they pay you yet?
¿Nos contaron lo que pasó?
Did they tell us what happened?
¿Te lo dejaron en la casa?
Did they leave it for you at home?
¿Me envías una copia?
Will you send me a copy?
¿Te llevaron al hospital?
Did they take you to the hospital?
¿Le dijiste que viniera?
Did you tell him to come?
¿Nos dieron el permiso?
Did they give us permission?
¿Me puedes dar tu número?
Can you give me your number?
¿Te invitaron a cenar?
Did they invite you to dinner?
¿Le prestaste el libro?
Did you lend him the book?
¿Nos trajeron la comida?
Did they bring us the food?
¿Me puedes pasar la sal?
Can you pass me the salt?
¿Te lo dijo ella?
Did she tell you?
¿Nos invitaron a la reunión?
Did they invite us to the meeting?
¿Te compraron los boletos?
Did they buy you the tickets?
¿Me puedes hacer un favor?
Can you do me a favor?
¿Te mostraron el camino?
Did they show you the way?
¿Nos los pasas, por favor?
Will you pass them to us, please?
¿Me lo puedes traer ahora?
Can you bring it to me now?
¿Te enviaron el paquete?
Did they send you the package?
¿Nos lo explicaron bien?
Did they explain it to us well?
¿Me vas a dar la noticia?
Are you going to give me the news?
¿Le contaste lo que pasó?
Did you tell him what happened?
¿Te lo dijeron directamente?
Did they tell you directly?
¿Me puedes decir la hora?
Can you tell me the time?
¿Te invitaron a la fiesta?
Did they invite you to the party?
¿Le prestaste tu bicicleta?
Did you lend him your bike?
¿Te lo llevaron a tu casa?
Did they take it to your house?
¿Le contaste a tu amigo?
Did you tell your friend?
¿Nos compraron algo?
Did they buy something for us?
¿Te lo ofrecieron gratis?
Did they offer it to you for free?
¿Me puedes contar la historia?
Can you tell me the story?
¿Te lo enseñaron en clase?
Did they teach it to you in class?
¿Nos invitaron a almorzar?
Did they invite us to lunch?
¿Me traes un café?
Will you bring me a coffee?
¿Le prestaste el dinero?
Did you lend him the money?
¿Te lo explicaron claramente?
Did they explain it clearly to you?
¿Me puedes contar todo?
Can you tell me everything?
¿Te regalaron un libro?
Did they give you a book?
¿Nos mostraron las fotos?
Did they show us the photos?
¿Me traes la cuenta?
Will you bring me the bill?
¿Nos invitaron a cenar?
Did they invite us to dinner?
¿Me puedes prestar tu pluma?
Can you lend me your pen?
¿Me traes algo de comer?
Will you bring me something to eat?
¿Te lo dio tu jefe?
Did your boss give it to you?
¿Te lo ofrecieron ellos?
Did they offer it to you?
¿Me puedes traer un vaso de agua?
Can you bring me a glass of water?
¿Te lo dijeron anoche?
Did they tell you last night?
¿Nos invitaron a la fiesta?
Did they invite us to the party?
¿Le avisaste ya?
Did you notify him yet?
¿Te lo compras?
Are you buying it for yourself?
¿Me escuchaste bien?
Did you hear me well?
¿Te lo cuento?
Shall I tell you?
¿Nos lo pidieron?
Did they ask us for it?
¿Le contestaste ya?
Did you answer him yet?
¿Te lo llevas?
Are you taking it with you?
¿Le explicaste tú?
Did you explain it to him?
¿Nos lo enseñas?
Will you teach it to us?
¿Nos viste allá?
Did you see us there?
¿Le preguntaste ya?
Did you ask him yet?
¿Te lo guardas?
Are you keeping it for yourself?
¿Me lo conseguiste?
Did you get it for me?
¿Nos lo guardas?
Will you save it for us?
¿Me lo mandaste?
Did you send it to me?
¿Le pediste ayuda?
Did you ask him for help?
¿Te lo hiciste?
Did you do it for yourself?
¿Me lo pagas?
Will you pay me back?
¿Le diste tiempo?
Did you give him time?
¿Te lo guardaron?
Did they save it for you?
¿Le llamaste tú?
Did you call him?
¿Me lo traen?
Are they bringing it to me?
¿Nos lo dieron?
Did they give it to us?
¿Me lo cambias?
Will you exchange it for me?
¿Nos lo entregas?
Will you deliver it to us?
¿Te lo confirmo?
Shall I confirm it to you?
¿Me lo crees?
Do you believe me?
¿Le preguntaste algo?
Did you ask him something?
¿Me lo quitas?
Are you taking it from me?
Te lo aseguro.
Shall I assure you?
¿Nos lo muestras?
Will you show it to us?
¿Me lo quedo?
Should I keep it?
¿Le ayudaste tú?
Did you help him?
¿Te lo cambio?
Shall I change it for you?
¿Me lo guardas?
Will you save it for me?
¿Te lo diste?
Did you give it to yourself?
¿Me lo guardaron?
Did they save it for me?
¿Le devolviste ya?
Did you return it to him yet?
¿Nos lo traen?
Are they bringing it to us?
¿Te lo enseñaron?
Did they show it to you?
¿Te lo hicieron?
Did they do it for you?
¿Nos lo cuentas?
Will you tell us?
¿Me lo buscaste?
Did you find it for me?
¿Te lo contamos?
Shall we tell you?
¿Le dijiste tú?
Did you tell him?
¿Nos lo das?
Will you give it to us?
¿Te lo esperas?
Are you expecting it?
¿Nos lo trajeron?
Did they bring it to us?
¿Me lo contaste?
Did you tell me?
¿Te lo haces?
Are you doing it for yourself?
¿Nos lo pagas?
Will you pay us back?
¿Me lo llevas?
Are you taking it for me?
¿Me lo arreglas?
Will you fix it for me?
¿Te lo mostramos?
Shall we show it to you?
¿Me lo aclaras?
Will you clarify it for me?
¿Le explicaste algo?
Did you explain something to him?
¿Nos lo vendes?
Will you sell it to us?
¿Me lo regalaste?
Did you gift it to me?
¿Te lo conseguimos?
Shall we get it for you?
¿Nos lo hiciste?
Did you make it for us?
¿Te lo guardamos?
Shall we keep it for you?
¿Nos lo quitaste?
Did you take it from us?
¿Me lo buscas?
Are you finding it for me?
¿Nos lo mostraste?
Did you show it to us?
¿Nos lo contarás?
Will you tell us about it?
¿Te lo pedimos?
Did we ask you for it?
¿Le diste todo?
Did you give him everything?
¿Te lo buscó?
Did he find it for you?